Okay, so I am probably live now. I know there's no camera right now. I'm just gonna quickly put that on. And I'm just gonna quickly check that I am in fact live. Okay, I am live. Okay, good enough. So, why am I live? And why are you seeing my face? This is not Basim. I know. This is more like Connor. But the reason why I did this was I wanted to do a channel update. Hi, hello, hi, Makfi. And so I wanted to do a channel update, and I just didn't know how. I tried recording this like 3 times, just won't come. Why do we exist? Yeah, I'm going to cover that in this video actually. So, right on topic, actually, let's just get started. So, what am I even doing? Yeah, I don't love Connor. Other than that, what am I doing? So, the channel update was essentially about that. I'm doing nothing right now. Well, I hate to use the term, but I think that's what burnt out is used for. So, I am burnt out. I have no motivation to make any content anymore. Pretty much everything that I'm making right now sucks. Like, you look at the. If I pull the desktop right now, hold on, I'll just pull it here. Wait, not this one. Why is it? Hold on, let me just quickly, yeah, change it to the primary monitor. There we go. Oh, wait, it's too big. That's what she said. So yeah, if you look at my channel right now, oh, this one just went live, but that's not the point. If you look at here, if you look at all these videos, out of this, I would say this was the last one where I actually worked, like did something with the video. Other than that, this was pretty good, like decent enough. This was decent enough. The video was bad, like because the parkour mechanics were bad, but I actually worked on it. This one was lazy. This one sucks. This one sucks. This one sucks. And that's pretty much where I am right now. I am getting no good ideas. I know Makfi wanted me to stream Pentiment, and I might get on to that, but I'll discuss a lot of that later in the video. So right now I'm not going to talk about, I'm just going to talk about what's happening with the channel. So what are my expectations going forward? My expectations are, well, I don't have expectations. I have disappointments because that's what I've learned from life. And yeah, that's basically what's going to be the theme of this entire live stream. Disappointment. First disappointment with my channel, then with myself, and then with the gaming industry. So we'll tackle each of these in order. So first with the channel, it isn't performing as well as I hoped after Mirage. And that sort of sucked out any motivation I had. Now it shouldn't, because at some point I wasn't doing this for views, but I guess the views got to me a little bit. So maybe I'll recover that in time, but right now it just sucks. It sucks when you see the numbers go down. Numbers green go up, good. Numbers slightly lesser green, slightly worse, not so good. Numbers red, really bad. So yeah, that's how the monkey brain works. That aside, now let's talk about my other frustrations. Actually, I'm not going to talk about myself that much because I don't want this live stream to be like 5 hours long. Let's talk about the gaming industry. Now, why is it that I simply don't seem to have any motivation left to make content anymore? Now, Mirage came out. I liked Mirage. I made a whole video about it. I didn't like all of it, but I liked the game. But then, what's the problem then? Why am I not playing the game? I'm picking up my controller, right? I'm pressing on the exe. I'm playing the game for like 5 minutes, but that's it. After that, I don't feel like playing it anymore. And I haven't even fully completed Mirage. I have almost completed Mirage. I haven't fully completed Mirage. So I'm thinking maybe Mirage is just not as good as I thought it was. Maybe it was just a first time thing. So okay, let me try to play other games. So I tried doing that, and no, same result. I just I'm not playing those games at all. And there are a few reasons right now that I'm not playing games. One of those is my genre right now really sucks. Now I am someone who really likes like third person action, adventure, open world type of games. It doesn't necessarily even need to be open world. Just third person action is good enough. Except that's the genre that sucks the most right now. Like, not only are most games average, the few good games that we do get are marred with performance issues. Jedi Survivor is my favorite game so far, probably the game of the year. And it sucks. On PC, the performance just isn't good enough. And I'm pretty sure even on consoles, it's not good enough. I think Murphy just left the chat. I think I said I don't like Connor. I think Murphy left the chat because of it. So yeah, that's kind of the problem I have right now. Now, even the games that were so praised by everyone, and deservedly so, like Baldur's Gate 3, really deserving of all the praise. I get what you're saying. Yeah, man, you will get more when I get to some of the more relatable stuff. So Baldur's Gate 3 gets all the praise in the world, but if you actually get to the third act, the game struggles. Even though it's working fine for Act 1 and 2, the Act 3 really bogs down. And that's when I sort of quit Baldur's Gate 3. Maybe I'll get back to the game, but I just quit. Starfield, same problem. I love playing the game, just went through the first playthrough, really loved it. It scratched that itch that I had for like a proper space RPG. And I know a lot of people, oh, Star Citizen is better, but Star Citizen hasn't released. In fact, they only recently said that the story is feature complete, and they still haven't released it 11 years later. So yeah, I'm content with Starfield. It actually, at least it's here. But the problem is, again, poor performance. Now, I am in no way, shape or form saying that this PC is a good PC. Not forget best. I'm not even saying good. It's a 5700X, which is a very good CPU with a 3060. Okay, GPU. But you cannot tell me with a straight face that you need a 3060 to run at 30 FPS on a balanced preset. You know what? Fuck that. Like, look, do I have this? Do I have the Alan Wake thing on? Hold on. I'll just put this on screen right now so that you guys can see. So yeah, this is the Alan Wake PC requirements. So 1080p 60 FPS, which by the way, on medium settings, this is not high. This is not the best the game can look. Not even the second best the game can look. This is just pretty much the recommended part, right? Maybe you need distance, try new genres, or to take the break in general. Ready, find to play alongside during the semester and have more fun during the break. And I'll actually get to that too. So right now, just focusing on performance. So looking at this, 1080p 60 FPS, you need a 3070. Ideally, I don't mind that. A 1080p 60 FPS, 3070, I feel it's fine. Except for this right here. This is the part which I actually did not notice in the beginning. This really pissed me off. Along with a few other things, but this stream exists for a reason. This is one of the reasons. This absolutely pissed me off. Why do I need performance DLSS to run 1080p 60 with a 3070? Is this a joke? A 3070 is not a slow card. A 3070 came out right on time with the new gen consoles, outperforms the consoles. You cannot tell me that 1080p 60 FPS cannot run native on a 3070. On medium settings, it's not with ray tracing. I'm not telling you to run ray tracing. I'm not talking about ultra settings. I'm not even talking about high settings. Medium fucking settings need performance DLSS to run on 60 FPS. I am sorry, that is bad optimization. Now I know game development is not linear. It's not the same as, oh, Cyberpunk with fucking ray tracing works on this 3060 easily without any fucking issues. I know it's not, I know I'm getting pissed off. I know game development is not linear. I know this. But it's just, if you can't give me that level of quality, then why are you asking that level of resources? Fucking hell. Don't even ask, like, forget that level of resources. At least have the similar level of performance targets. I don't even care if the game looks worse. At least have a similar performance targets. That's all I ask. But do we get that? No. Games are for rely on both hardware and AI opting. Yeah, like people are saying, like the biggest lie that has been told us is by NVIDIA. DLSS 3 is not a solution to performance problems. I have tried FSR 3, similar thing. Like DLSS 3 is not magic. It's not going to, even if it's giving you so much more in terms of FPS, it's not going to give you much in terms of latency. It feels bad. I've tried FSR 3. It's not good. It's not a solution to not having actual native frames. This is the part that really pissed me off. But what pissed me off even more is that obviously Xbox, released 2 games and I really wanted to play. One was Motorsport, one was City Skylines 2. You see, I'm kind of getting screwed right now. It's not about arrogance, right? It's like we are getting screwed by both the hardware manufacturers and the software manufacturers. Now, it's not like performance on PS5 is that much better. I'm gonna get to that. So right now, Motorsport came out, tried it, runs like shit. City Skylines 2 was really excited for it, tried it, runs like shit. In fact, this game, if you launch it, and I'm just gonna put back. So if you launch this game, you go into the map, nothing in the map, literally not even grass, just the ground texture. It is maxing out your GPU and running at 20 FPS. Why? I don't fucking know why. There's so much, but you get so little. And yeah, that's kind of the theme I was going for there. So in the software side, we are actively getting screwed. Out of the games this year, so I'm going to make a list, right, of the games that I've actually played this year. Jedi Survivor, good game, horrible port. Hi-Fi Rush, good game, good port. But then again, it wasn't really heavy on your PC. It can very easily maybe run on even last gen consoles. I don't know if it came out for last gen consoles, but it's a really good game. Actually, highly recommended. Actually a game that fucking works for once. Then Octopath Traveler 2, once again, great game, great port. But then again, not a very heavy game. Starfield, great game, awful port, like really terrible port. And not only that, but for the people who have played Starfield, if you have played on PC, you probably were struggling to run this game on even medium settings. Well, there's a mod that essentially makes a preset from the ultra settings of the game, which makes it so that with almost the quality of the ultra settings, you get double the performance of medium settings. That should tell you all you need to know about the optimization that went into that game. Now, moving on from Starfield, Baldur's Gate 3, at least you guys have seen, do not deal with console support stores. Oh boy, Steam is the only saving grace for PC right now. Okay, so back to Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3, again, good game. But again, when you get to Act 3, the performance, not good. Hogwarts Legacy, good game, bad port. Resident Evil 4, good game, okay port. And that was one of the games I enjoyed. Armored Core 6, I haven't played enough. I have played enough so that I like the game, but I haven't played enough to finish it. But the performance is generally very good. Last of Us 1, again, really good game, really awful port. Like, it's just every single time we get a somewhat decent game on PC, it's an awful port. Now then we had Tears of Kingdom, which I don't have a Switch. I may or may not have used an emulator to run this. This actually ran somehow better than most games on PC. So, but the one game, good game, ran well, was Ratchet & Clank. One of the best games to come out this year. Since I would rather Disco Elysium. I have played Disco Elysium. I have played Pentiment. The reason why I'm kind of debating whether I should stream Pentiment is because I have played it. Returnal came out. It was Other than that, Sea of Stars indie game ran well. Mirage last gen game ran well. Lies of P, pretty good game. I suck at it, but it's a pretty good game. Payday 3, again awful. What were they thinking? City Skylines 2, again, I don't know if it's a good game because the performance sure is awful. Gaming is expensive. You do not need to justify emulation. I'm not justifying emulation. I'm saving myself from Nintendo's lawyers. There's a difference between the two things. गाड़ मारेंगे मेरी आंखें वो लोग. Uh, so back to the point then. So I'm not even gotten to the worst part. The reason why I'm actually sort of feeling so burnt out and feeling so angry right now. Like, this is on the software side. Now let's talk about the hardware. What hardware do I have? A 3060 and a 5700X. Really good PC, meh GPU. Now, of course, I've played them. You don't need to stream them. Just wanted to play. Oh no, I have played them and I love them. Those are some of the. I want to play more of the. That's why I played Sea of Stars. Really good game again. And Octopath Traveler 2 as well. If anyone hasn't played Octopath Traveler 2, highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. Oh yeah, back to the hardware. So right now I'm saying 3060 bad. It's not good enough. So logically, if I look at, let's go back to the Alan Wake thing, right? Right now, this is the baseline. This is what I'm expecting from the next gen console game, the next generation of games. This is what I'm expecting now. Because I know all the companies are, and when I say lazy, I mean the companies, the gaming companies are going to be lazy. Not, oh fuck, I should get here. Okay, not the developers. Developers don't do this shit. It's the companies who decide when to release their game and what performance targets are acceptable. That's the companies and some part of the dev team, but not the actual devs like working on the project. It's more on the planning stage things. Or maybe even later. Sometimes things change. It's not a static thing. Anyway, the point is, let's take this as a baseline, right? So 3070 is needed to run this native. Now, ideally, you would want at least a native 1080p 60 FPS performance. So now, where do I get native 1080p 60 FPS? So right now, I'm looking at 4K 60 FPS performance. So technically, this is native 1080p performance because 4K DLSS is pretty much native 60. Native 60 FPS high settings would, I need to buy a 4070. Damn. 1% crowd, dude. 1%. Hold on. We have means to check this. Hold on. Steam stats, right? Hold on. Let's check this. Where is the hardware survey? Steam hardware and software survey, right? Let's check video card. So would you look at that? Would you look at that? A 3060 is the most popular card. That explains this column a lot better because 440p 30 at 3060 with balanced preset, this spells a lot better than this. Even though this is a lot worse than this, somehow in the same column. I don't understand this because a 3070 to get to 60 FPS shouldn't require performance. If 440p 30 can run balanced on a 3060, doesn't make much sense. And this is 1080p 60 FPS with DLSS at performance. This is 1440p with DLSS at balanced. Very different resolutions. Anyway, back to the Steam hardware survey. Let's see where a 4070 is. Let's see 4070. 4070, 0.92, not even 1%. Not even 1%. And I think the only ones above a 4070 would pretty much be like 3090s and stuff. The regular 4070. Yeah, I'm gonna get to that. So let's see, right? Let's see what card can actually. So what these developers expect us to have, right? 0.92%, 4070 Ti 0.85, 4090 0.71. I am still not seeing 3080s. Where is the 3080? 4080 0.71. Did I miss the 3080 somehow? 3070 is not, 3080 with 2.11. But even 3080 is not enough. Technically, you need a 3090. And I don't see a 3090 anywhere. So basically what you're telling me as developers is I need to be in the tippy top, at the top 1% to actually able to, play your game. Not play your game properly, just play your game. You are telling me I need that to play your game. How in any way is that justified? And I know a lot of people are saying AMD is cheaper. Well, that's where my location comes in. See, I live in the great country of India, where everything is fucking expensive. and we pay a lot in terms of taxes and import duties, and the government does jack shit with it. I don't know what they do with that. Maybe, fund their elections. I have no idea, because मेरे को कुछ नहीं मिल रहा इधर. I literally, like, I don't get any healthcare benefits. I don't even get the road in front of my house to be repaired. Like, the road outside my house has been broken for like a year. It's still not fixed. It's still not there. The metro that they're building in my city, I'm probably not going to have a child, but like, my people in my generations are probably going to have children, and their children are going to have children before this fucking metro system gets built. But that's besides the point. Now let's look into the prices. That's the most important part, right? Hold on. Foreign relative bros. नहीं है ना मेरे, किसको बोलूं मैं? So hold on. Now AMD computers, I wouldn't say they are the best site, but they're a decent site. You can get a decent idea about what the pricing is going to be. So I'm going to put the display catcher. Bro, you're going to have children? Hell no. In this economy, why the hell would I have children? वैसे पैसे नहीं है मेरे पास, गरीब हूँ मैं वैसी. I can barely even afford like PCs and stuff. Why would I even have children? And more importantly, if by some miracle I have children, what if they turn out like me? We don't need more morons walking around in the planet. One is enough. Actually, not even one. There are probably a lot more like me. Anyway, back to this one. All right. So 4060s. Ignore this fucking bullshit. Let's start with the 4070, right? Yeah. Okay. Fellow inside. Yeah. So right now I'm just looking at NVIDIA. I'm also going to look at AMD just to give you an idea about what's so wrong right now. So this is the bare minimum, the bare fucking minimum that I need to spend. And what are the prices? At least 55,000. In sale, maybe like 50,000, maybe. So those are the prices right now on the NVIDIA side. Now let's look at the AMD side, because AMD, like, at least outside of India, has some really good prices. Now, as far as I know, in India though, they don't have good prices. So let's search for the 7800 XT, right? Because that's actually pretty good as a card. Oh, that doesn't work. 7800. Oh dear. But like, how do I? Let's just search for a graphics card. Do we have? So okay, there we go. 7800 XT. 7700 XT. How much the CPU will cost? Honestly, I don't need a CPU though. If I'm being entirely honest, I don't need a CPU. My CPU is good enough to last me the next 4 or 5 years. CPU performance generally is not your bottleneck in gaming, especially now that the new generation of consoles have come out and it's become very clear that my CPU should be able to handle the games at 60 FPS. CPU is not going to be that much of a challenge, unless of course the game is broken. And in that case, even a 13900K is not going to help you. So yeah, but if you're building a PC from scratch, yeah, then that's bad. I'm talking just about myself. So 1700 XT, the lowest price is 51,000, which actually pretty fucking good deal. Right now, it's probably the best deal you're going to get in a GPU. So now let's talk about AMD and NVIDIA. So NVIDIA prices their cards a lot more. Like you just saw, AMD is like almost 10,000 cheaper, at least 5,000 cheaper than the 4070s. But still, 50,000 for a card that will just about let me play games. It's not good enough. Checked on Amazon, it is one. Do not buy shit from Amazon. At least do not buy graphics cards from Amazon. Terrible deal. Terrible fucking deal. Do not buy shit from Amazon. Like buy from like MD Computers. If you're in India, buy from MD Computers. Buy from IT Depot. Vedant Computers was pretty good. I bought my GPU from Vedant Computers. Those are good. Or at least like go to a local source. If you live in Delhi, I think there's a lot you can do in the local offline market. But the point is, you want me to spend almost as much as a PlayStation 5 just on a GPU, just so that I can just play games. That's not a good deal at all. It feels like a slap in the face. You're telling me an entire fucking PS5, which by the way is nowhere near the power of this GPU. This is not me shitting on consoles. The consoles are cheap, accessible, reliable for a reason. But you can't tell me that I need to spend as much as a console on just one GPU just for me to just barely play the games. Audience, that's around $1,200. Yeah, it's pretty bad. In India, situation is pretty bad. I mean, this is also not good. 51,000, though I'm not showing you this. 51,000 is not good. But that's the point. The prices are so bad right now in terms of hardware that do I just go for a console then? Like, do I just go out and buy a PS5? It would probably be a better deal than just upgrading the PC, considering the PC will get broken ports every fucking year. If a game works on PC, fine. Otherwise, I'll get it on a console. I think going forward, I am seriously considering it. But then there is also the Switch problem. Now, what is the Switch problem? The Switch problem is I really want a Nintendo Switch. But we now know that a successor is about to come out. So it doesn't make any sense to buy a Switch now. Consider a console if there weren't PC. Yeah, like that doesn't even, like right now, if I want to do any sort of content creation, I can't do it from my PlayStation. I need a PC for that. And that's why I bought a PC. Lately, I haven't been giving a single shit about anything new, basically, besides remotely Mirage. Exactly that. I am exactly where you are right now. Right now, I just cannot give a shit about anything new that is coming out. Because I just know there will be some caveat there. Something will go wrong. Something will be bad. Something will just not exist. And even like, okay, I'm just gonna drink some water. Okay, also one more thing. That 50,000 price is not going to be a 50,000 price because वो 3060 पड़ा नहीं रहने वाला है. I will sell it, and even if I sell it for like 20k, that's still that much cost out of this. So it's not technically as expensive as a PS5. This GPU will cost me a lot less because I can sell the GPU that I already have. So keep that in mind. Yeah, but other than that, like, what is a new game that has come out this year that was actually good? Like Baldur's Gate 3, really good. Octopath Traveler, really good. Hi-Fi Rush, really good. Again, there were no shortage of good games. It's just they don't fucking work. So how will I even play them? And if you're optimizing your game to run on 1% of hardware, it's generally not a good thing. The PS5 backlog is you said for new games that are really great games, you know, Outer Worlds. Yeah, like right now I just feel like replaying older games. That's why I've been playing a lot more on this. Like I've been getting more game time on my PS Vita than I've on my PC. So just because the games are good doesn't mean I'll go play them. Because I can't play them. And the only games I'm really excited about are the third person ones, right? Because that's my genre. I'm not shitting on any other genre. It's just, I like that one. But I can't play those games because somehow they are weirdly, randomly very heavy on my PC. For absolutely no reason. And that's really causing me to just sort of lose excitement for any upcoming game because I know it's going to be shit. Either the game is going to be shit or the optimization is going to be shit. Something is going to be shit. So what am I even looking forward to? Why am I even buying these games? And that's pretty much where my burnout sort of comes from. And that's pretty much all this rant has been about. I'm just Metal Gear Rising stream incoming. You know what? I might play that. I might play Metal Gear Survive because I really don't like myself that much. No, I thought about playing Watch Dogs 1 actually because it's a really good game. A lot of people don't realize how good Watch Dogs 1 was. And you know, with mods and stuff, it actually looks pretty fucking good. I might play Watch Dogs 1 actually. I don't know yet, but I might play Watch Dogs 1. Anyway, so that's pretty much what the rant was about. And that's not even the worst part about these new games. More and more, the more we get into this next generation of games, we are seeing ray tracing, we are seeing like, oh, really immersive worlds and all that stuff. So how is that a solution? That's not a solution. We can't all own one GPU. If that's what you're thinking about now, that ain't working. So what I was saying was, actually look at gameplay in these games, right? Again, let me bring about some of the games that have come out this year. Octopath Traveler 2, really good games in terms of story, the visuals, everything. The combat is a turn-based combat system, nothing really very innovative per se. So the actual gameplay of Octopath Traveler 2, not that innovative. Starfield, same thing. Baldur's Gate 3, we saw that from Larian Studios themselves with Divinity Original Sin 2. Now there is a twist with the dice mechanic, and I'm not going to say it's exactly the same thing, but the vibes are the same. Other than that, Resident Evil 4 is basically just a proper remake. Now things are a lot improved, but not drastically. Then we had Ratchet & Clank, which to be fair was one of the more good ones. And then we come to Starfield, where gameplay innovation is something Bethesda avoids like gamers avoid girlfriends. People would agree with me on that. Then of course we had Mirage. Watch Dogs is awesome. Love the parkour on Watch Dogs 2. I haven't played, but loved I saw. Oh, Watch Dogs 2. If you're just going by what you saw in Watch Dogs 2, it's going to disappoint you. Anyway, coming back to Mirage then. So there's this one game right now. They told me it's going to be a back to the roots experience. It wasn't. Now, look at this game that came out in 2023. Assassin's Creed Mirage, a game that came out in 2023. Assassin's Creed 1 was a game that came out in 2007. The fact that there is anything, a single thing, that the game from 2007 does better is very damning. A game from 16 years ago doing anything better than a game coming out in the same franchise in 2023 is a very, very bad thing. And that is exactly what's happening. And that's not just a Assassin's Creed problem. That's an industry-wide problem. Like, everyone saw Witcher 3, everyone saw Red Dead Redemption 2, and it's like, yeah, they did it, we can do it too. But those games did something to supplement their average gameplay systems. Most people don't, especially Ubisoft don't. That's the big problem. So now we are left with these games which just don't have anything in terms of gameplay. Now, if the story is good, you can still kind of drag it out, but if the story is mediocre or bad, there goes the game. So what's the point then? Like, Jedi Survivor was one of those games. I love it so much just because it does traversal so well. The design of the levels, the design for the missions, they want you to use these mechanics. They wanted to use more than 2 brain cells, which I have missed this for so long. Like, please let me use more than 2 brain cells. I maybe only have 3, but let me use those 3. It's not high, but I would love to use those. So, other than Jedi Survivor, really no one this year did traversal good. Like, traversal in most of these games suck. In terms of combat, there are maybe 3 or 4 games where the games are actually good with combat. Hogwarts Legacy was standout in terms of the not spellcraft. I don't know what I call it. The spell throwing, like the wand, the magic. The magic was really, really cool. Deus Ex was stack boxes so I can climb a photo. I got strong arms augmentation. I was able to do so. Like, yeah, where are those things? Where is the gameplay in these games? You know, video games are supposed to be games. Where are the games? These people talk about player choice. You know, we want the players to express themselves. And then they give us no choice to express ourselves. The whole point of making RPGs is that the player should be able to express themselves. Except we can't. We can't express ourselves. Just picking a dialogue choice doesn't express what I want from the game. Actually being able to control my character, actually being able to move the way I want, that might help. Choice and creativity create a wonderful, rewarding experience. We just don't have that anymore. Baldur's Gate 3 has a little bit of that. But other than that, gameplay has been really lacking, especially this year. Like, even the games that are really good, and in my opinion should absolutely win Game of the Year, gameplay has been lacking. You know, the only game that didn't disappoint me with its gameplay was Tears of the Kingdom, which didn't even come out on PC, wasn't even on any next gen console. So that just proves a game that will do gameplay right is far better to me than any other game that just half-asses everything and just focuses on like cinematics and ray tracing and stuff. Yes, telling a story is important. Especially now that gaming is moving forward, telling a story is a very important part of gaming. But that shouldn't detract you from gaming. The whole point of me playing games is that I play games, not a cutscene. Never an RPG because it neither has narrative choices nor meaningful gameplay choice. I haven't played 16, so I can't talk about 16. Kind of. Kind of. You can say these are like isometric action games if you want to. Turn-based isometric action games. They are RPGs in the loosest possible ways. You can you have a choice about the kind of builds you want to make. But even then, like, yeah, actually you're right, kind of. Like I'm playing Final Fantasy 6 right now, like on my Mini Plus. Yeah, not much choice actually. If I'm being honest, there isn't much choice other than choosing your name. Yeah, there isn't much choice. I get that. Stats alone don't make an RPG. Yeah, I agree. I agree. We have seen just so many stat-based RPGs that people just think that that's how you're supposed to do things. But you need to start thinking outside the box. Otherwise, every single game is going to become the exact same thing. Oh wait, it has. Now, the only other game which so far from looking everywhere I've seen is it's Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2 seemingly has really good gameplay. I already loved the combat from the first one. It seems they have really improved the web swinging in this one, and web swing was already pretty satisfying in the last one. Even though you didn't do much, it was still satisfying. So yeah, now I'm probably going to do an entire video just based on movement in gameplay, because I feel like that's something that people just gloss over. Like, there are many things about movement in gameplay that really makes a good game, but people just don't bother with these things anymore. So it kind of sucks. Um, yeah, I suppose. Like, I would say Fire Emblem is a lot better of an RPG than Final Fantasy is. Because in Fire Emblem, you actually do make a lot of decisions in gameplay. Like, I've seen this, like, I'm playing like the Game Boy ones, and I've played Three Houses. It gives you a lot in terms of what you are actually doing in the battlefield, and choices in terms of that. So yeah, to me, Fire Emblem is probably a better RPG than Final Fantasy ever was. The semantics are but fair, yeah. I mean, yeah, literally anything can be an RPG. You can take GTA San Andreas and say that that is an RPG as well. Because, in fact, by the standards of RPGs nowadays, like, if we are to call Assassin's Creed Odyssey an RPG, then yeah, CJ's adventures in San Andreas, in the old San Andreas, that's also an RPG. He has stats, he can grow fat, he needs to work out if he needs to stay in shape. If he stays in shape, he gets more stamina, he gets more health. Then to heal, you need to go and eat a burger or some shit. There are stats in the game. Those meaningfully affect gameplay. So if you work towards those stats, so yeah, GTA San Andreas is an RPG. Probably a much better fucking RPG than Odyssey ever was. But it's besides the point. So the whole point is, like, I have just grown so burnt out with these games. Like, I'm getting nothing new now. And anytime I do get something new, anytime I do get something that even when I'm enjoying, there's something in the back of my head saying, yeah, it could be better. And I'm just tired of that feeling. And I just feel like more and more I just want to go back and play the older games now. Like I don't even feel like playing anything newer. The only game right now that I want to play is a game that I can't play because I don't have a PlayStation 5. If I did, I absolutely would be playing Spider-Man right now. That's for sure. And maybe I will. Maybe I'll just forsake my phone money and just go buy a PS5 instead. That will probably be a better deal. Now I do want to buy a Switch, but I think that will come out late next year. So yeah. So to sum up what I feel, yeah, exactly. Like to sum up what I feel, like we are getting screwed as gamers. We are getting screwed by everyone. We get less and less gameplay. Even the stories aren't up to scratch. Then we get terrible optimization. And I know I've talked about PC a lot, but games like Jedi Survivor, they were broken on consoles as well. This was not a PC thing. Starfield doesn't run well on consoles either. So when you consider that, so we are getting screwed by software, we are getting screwed by hardware, we are getting screwed by prices of everything. The games are now $70, even though they don't do anything new. They barely improve upon the originals. They are the exact fucking same thing, but they are somehow more expensive now. And all of that is just telling me that the games industry just isn't for me anymore. Now, maybe it's because I'm jobless and I don't have as much money as many of the other people. But also, even if I did have a job, telling me to spend 1/3 of what is the average salary in my country on a Call of Duty game makes me not want to play that Call of Duty game. AC is the only thing that is keeping me in. AC is the only thing that is further kicking me out right now. Because look at Assassin's Creed. Look at where this franchise has come. A franchise that has so much potential, but it was never utilized. Because every time we get somewhat close to it, like even a little bit close to it, they fuck up somehow. AC3, some like Revelations was on a really high note. We go into the like next era of Assassin's Creed, new engine overhaul, good parkour, like not perfect, but they really did try. But then the character kind of sucks. I know McPhee's still here, but I really fucking hate Connor. And even then, the world design isn't good, so I can't really tell people go play AC3. So let's tell people to play Black Flag then. But then it has so many tailing missions. It has ship tailing, for crying out loud. Why is there something called ship tailing? It fucking sucks. And so I can't tell people to just blindly go play that game. I know it's really fun, but there are really bad things in the game. Then what? We have Unity, which is still fucking broken, and the story kind of sucks, so I can't tell them to play Unity. Syndicate, we get to the probably the dumbest character in the entire franchise. The entire fucking game is essentially a huge joke on Assassin's Creed, which I guess if you don't like Assassin's Creed, you would really like Syndicate. Going now with the games I play for Korea. Oh, yeah. Oh, old AC, yeah. But I'm talking about like where the franchise is going right now. So there is that. Then we have, after Syndicate, we got Origins, which once again sold us on the hope that, you know, maybe they will build on this. Maybe this is just a starting point. Then they built on it by releasing Odyssey, which was far worse in terms of being grindy, far worse in terms of open world design, far worse in terms of story. In fact, the only thing, no, actually, yeah, even the protagonist isn't better because Bayek actually is a pretty good protagonist. Now, Cassandra isn't bad, but Bayek is still better. It's your 9th channel update in a week. Oh man, to be fair, it's been a while since my last channel update. It's okay, we've heard too many times. I can take the corner hit. Oh man, so let's move on from Odyssey. Then we get what? Valhalla, which a fantastic narrative. Like if it was like a 20-25 hour game focusing on Eivor and Sigurd's story and Eivor making inroads into England and, you know, actually, you know, going up against the Order of the Ancients, there is a fantastic story there. Then why the hell weren't we allowed to play the damn story? Why the hell do I need to sit for 15 fucking hours before I can get 10 minutes of that? Bayek is the worst. Bayek's story is bad. But Bayek himself is pretty good, especially the performance. Like in terms of performance, like there is very few people who actually come close to that performance. Like in terms of story, they did Bayek dirty. And in fact, I don't even think they did Bayek dirty. I think the reason why Origins suffers so much is because like Aya got sidelined. I think with Bayek and Aya both being a part of the game, it would have done a lot better. Like in terms of the story, it would have flowed and carried a lot better. Bayek's performance is legendary. Like, what was his name? Abu Bakr Salim, right? Salim, I don't know. Abu Bakr, at least I know his first name. And so, what a performance from him. Like, just, there is no other performance. Like, yeah, obviously, Roger Craig Smith with Ezio, obviously. But even with Altair's performance was good, but never really outstanding. Like, yeah, I'm really struggling to think anyone who I would say comes close to that. Bayek's performance is just off the charts. Even though the story sucked, his performance is excellent. Like, he made most of what he got. Anyway, so moving on to Valhalla. So, of course, the issues from the story aside, then we get to the gameplay. Absolutely broken, boring world, no focus on traversal. So then, again, why am I playing this game? Like, where is the gameplay in this video game? Then comes Mirage, which, you know, Mirage was doomed from the start in a way, because nothing it would do would satisfy me. And it's not the fault of the developers. They started off from Valhalla. It's not their fault. My most hyped game is Metal Gear Solid. Yeah, dude, have you seen the Volume 1 that's on PC right now? It's pretty bad. And I wouldn't expect any more than a lazy re-release. Not even a remaster, mind you. Just literally that build of the game just released again. So just play the game you already have. It probably will work better than what you're going to get. Like Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3, right now, that's what I'm playing here on my PS Vita. Frostbite Near 3 and Titanfall 3. Titanfall, I don't think we are going to get a Titanfall 3 because EA is fucking shit. And I'm not going to talk about that. Near 3 might actually get me back into gaming. It might cure everything that I've just said. Even if it is broken, it will cure everything that I've just said. I fucking like Nier a lot. And speaking of Titanfall 3, like you're talking about a franchise which EA basically killed with its own hands. Like, EA doesn't even trust the franchises that actually makes it money. Why do you think they will trust Titanfall 3? The console playing in the is so annoying. Existing ports are so bad. Dude, play on an emulator. Even that is better on PC. In fact, like especially with MGS1, you can get play it properly on DuckStation on really cheap PCs. And even PS2 emulation on PC doesn't cost that much. Just play on PC. Let's just emulate it on PC. A lot better experience than what you're going to get on consoles. Partly because the resolution is locked to 1080p. So you're not going to get very good thing there. So Ezio, Bayek, Edward, Evie, Altair, Javi, Cassandra, Shay, Jacob, Connor, Arno, Alexios. I would actually put Arno a lot higher, and I would definitely put Eivor ahead of Alexios, and I would not have Alexios on the list because he's not a protagonist. Main Ghost Runner 2 install Kara Epic. Wait, Ghost Runner 2 is out? Hold on. Wait, Ghost Runner 2 is out already? No, it unlocks in 22 hours, yeah. Well, I know what I'm doing this weekend. I'm doing that. I'm definitely going to play Ghost Runner 2 because that might actually be the best game to come out this year. Please, for the love of God, make it so that it's not broken. Pirated? What do you mean? It's not out yet. Is it already cracked somehow? hold on, hold on. It's not out yet though. Did they crack an early build or something? No, just... Oh, Ghost Runner 2 is out. Damn. Early access of 9 of 10 by IGN. Okay. Oh, they grabbed the early access. Yeah, yeah, I see it. FLT. Yeah, on Crackwatch. But you know what? I probably want to buy this game because if it's 9 out of 10, has good performance, I probably want to buy. You know what? I get that. Trying to get the repacks and stuff. I might actually buy Ghost Runners 2 actually. I tried emulating a lot. Emulation in MGS is hard. You need a very beefy rig. No, you don't. PlayStation 1 is really cheap in terms of it, dude. It runs on a Steam Deck. It doesn't. Yeah, if you want to run it on like 4K and shit, yeah, it won't work that well. But 1080p, it works really well. Actually just go emulate it. Like, I don't know when you tried playing it last, but right now I'm telling you it's really good. Again, I'm emulating PlayStation on a Mio Mini Plus. That ain't fast at all. I'm playing it on that. I'm playing it on a PS Vita. Trust me, it would work on a PC. MGS 3 and 4. Okay, 4 I have never played. And that's probably the only reason I might get that. But 3 I'm playing on this. Again, it works just fine. On a PS Vita, it works fine. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it, I'm buying it right now. Okay, after I'm done with the stream, I'll buy it Ghost Runner 2. I just needed to get this off the chest because I'm just feeling extremely burnt out and it's just like nothing is grabbing me right now. That just might. Functioning torrent for those. Why are you downloading it from? You know there are sites that will just let you download ROMs, right? You don't need to torrent those. Like, I don't even think you need to do, MGS4. I'm not going to share a link, but I'm telling you there are proper sites where you can find all the ROMs per console. So do that. You know what? Just post this on Discord or something. I'll give you the link there. Oh yeah, ROMs only. It takes forever. No, it doesn't. I can download like I start the countdown. Okay, I'm typing this in. Right, I already opened this. I'm not going to show this here. So let me just find PlayStation. Where is PlayStation? I found PlayStation and I can't search from here. Fuck it. Let's go back. Let's search Metal Gear Solid. Right, so MGS4. Right, let's see. PS3 25 gigabytes. Download now. Yeah, just let me download it, dude. Yeah, decrypted ISO. I was upset MGS3, MGS4. Dude, I'm decrypting the ISO right now. The decrypted ISO I'm downloading. It will do it. Meanwhile, where is Metal Gear Solid 3? Where is 3? It's weird that the HD collection does not have Metal Gear Solid 1 on PS Vita. PCSX2 needs a proper port. I don't know why you're facing that problem. PCSX2 works fine for me. Alright, so look, right now it took me that many seconds to get the download started for MGS4. I'm already downloading it right now. It is that easy. You just need to find the right site. Do not torrent it. There are better sites than that. College Wi-Fi. तो अभी थर्ड ईयर वाईफाई पे करेंगे तो यही होगा. When I was in my college Wi-Fi, updating Unity took 2 days. 2 fucking days to just update Unity. So yeah, you can't blame that on websites. PCSX2 though, I don't know, man. I mean, PS2 emulation, again, it's not the easiest thing to do, but if a Steam Deck can do it, pretty much anything else should be able to. At least the CPU side of it shouldn't be that much of a problem. But depends how ancient your PC is. Anything modern should be able to handle it just fine, especially PS1. PS2, maybe you might run into some issue. PS1 should be able to handle it just fine. Wi-Fi is good though, 10 Mbps. I also am at 10 Mbps. Okay, I don't know what that Mbps means. Because that Mbps to means 10 megabits per second, which means you get 1 megabyte per second. So I don't know if you get 10 megabytes per second or 1 megabyte per second. Please be correct about that. Now I technically have 100 Mbps, but that's megabits per second. I don't know if my laptop can. Okay, laptop, especially if you're in an integrated graphics, forget about PS3. You cannot emulate a PS3. And for that, yeah, you probably are better off buying the second volume. Because, yeah, Metal Gear Solid 4, it hasn't appeared anywhere else. So, yeah, I think a lot of people are going to buy the second volume just for that. But that's pretty much it. But also, I really don't want to give Konami any money with this. Because why should I? Like, it's just so much of a slap in the face. They didn't do anything. Like, give me widescreen support for. Why is there no widescreen support on a PC port of a game so many years later? MX330, yeah, it's better than integrated graphics, but not that much better. It's pretty bad. Like, considering the kind of GPU you actually need. So for PS3 emulation, you actually need a pretty beefy system. Like, I have RPCS3 installed here. Hold on, I think I can just show you this. Where is RPCS3? I'll just show you this. Right? Okay. So I can't play any of these because these are not properly supported. I did play a little bit of Lollipop Chainsaw, so I'm just gonna play that again. Okay. You guys should be able to see the game right now. Oh fuck, I need to configure the controller. I don't think I did. So yeah, I was playing Lollipop Chainsaw and this actually works fairly well on my PC. Like this is on like I think this is actually running on like 4K internally. Okay, it takes a while to cache the damn thing. I haven't played it in a while, so. Oh, I need to finish this. Should I just play this on my channel? Should I just restart Lollipop Chainsaw and just play that? I feel like playing that might actually help a lot. I really like this game, by the way. And there are not many games like this anymore. For obvious reasons, but also it kind of sucks that there are not games like this anymore. Like, no one will make a game where the female protagonist looks like this. You can be damn sure about it. No one is going to make this game anymore. Noise in Metal Gear Rising, not high settings, like low mediums. I mean, Arkham Origins, to put things in perspective, when I was in college, I had a machine with integrated graphics, and Origins ran well on that. So Arkham Origins doesn't require that much of a PC, if I'm being honest. Again, MX330 is good, like good for like a decent enough laptop, but it's not going to compete with something like a 3050. And even the 3050 is pretty garbage for gaming. And a PS3 actually requires like a lot in terms of graphical power to actually run games. Now, obviously these emulators are always being updated, performance will improve eventually, but as it stands, like even I have some trouble running PS3 games. Like especially like Red Dead Redemption doesn't work, but then again Red Dead Redemption doesn't actually work well in any PC. You pretty much need like a 4090 to run it. Unless you are actually using like Xenia or something. So the Xbox 360 emulator runs it well. The Switch emulator now runs it pretty well. So you have options. Yeah, I don't think the controller is doing anything. I need to switch my controller. Powered by Unreal. Okay. Let's yeah. Oh, it works. Did it just map it? Hold on, configuration. Uh, Input output, right? 60 FPS, no problem. Let's yeah, let's not do this right now. Especially because there's a song playing right now and I probably just got a copyright claim. And so yeah, I have these games here that I can play. I actually did play GoldenEye 007 as well, pretty good. Yeah, so getting back to the topic. So PS3 emulation requires some grunt. It's not going to be cheap. Anyway, so I think the whole point of this live stream has kind of gone sideways. The point was, I am not happy with gaming right now. Gaming kind of sucks right now, and so I'm probably going to switch back to the older games. That's the point. It took me an hour, fucking hour, to say that. So yeah, I'll just stop the stream right now because I need to order some food and get ready for the match, which is at 10:15. So yeah, no time to waste. So I'll just leave here for the day. If you were here for that long, thank you for joining today's stream. If you're somehow still watching this through all of this, uh, really good for you, dude. So yeah, I'll just leave this here and I'll just stop streaming for now. So I'll leave you guys in peace. Bye bye.